up and sit down.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is Friday. Happy Friday to you. Let's see who's here. AJ's in the house. Hello. Jeremy Burtz. Hello to you. JP Roca. What is up? This morning, I thought, you know what? I love Nexus. And after talking to Mike Barron, it got my juices flowing. That sounds gross. And I was like, let's relive some Nexus. Admiral Wackass, sick from work, so can actually catch one of these. Oh, there you go. Well, I'm sorry that you're sick. I hope you get better soon. This, the first Nexus I ever bought, the first Nexus period. And after talking to Mike and learning about how they put together this 12-page story of now this magazine, this first issue is more than 12 pages, but the first chapter is 12 pages, and they put that together and then sold it. And just look at some of this first page here with him in space like that in negative. I love that. That was something that I was like, oh, I should do a shot like that for First Man. I have not done it yet, but who knows? I'm still young and I could. It's the regular flu. Thanks. Regular flu is worse than COVID. LOL. Well, get better, eat some chicken soup and all that fun stuff. This is Steve's first stuff in comics. I still love this. I mean, if you look at Steve's artwork today, there's a huge difference. He's obviously grown in leaps and bounds over the 40 some years, but I still love the way he was doing this. A little more detailed and stuff than what he does now. Here's an early Steve Rude Nexus on the back of this in full color. I love that drawing still. I'm sure Steve would look at it and be like, oh, what are you talking about? But 1981, 41 years ago is when Steve did it. This cover is by Paul Galassi. So they had Paul do the cover for it. Yeah, I saw that about Meatloaf. He was 74, which isn't that old. Definitely rest in peace, Meatloaf. But yeah, so I love that. That is one of my favorites right there. This came with a full size. Oh, Here's a great introductory shot of Nexus. I swiped this as a kid. Well, I shouldn't say swiped. I would copy it to try and learn from it. Come on, camera, focus. Focus. Let's see. There it is. Love that. Still love that drawing by the dude. So this is some great stuff right here. Past Master Dan says he was 20 in 1981. Well, there you go. I assume that's what you're talking about. So that's issue 1. Nice origin story. Yes, I keep it in a bag. So. And then, of course, there's issue 2. Says the origin of Nexus Part 1. Here we have a nice early painting of Nexus on the back. So Steve was painting back then. This is from 1982, so straight up 40 years ago. The cover, another cover by Paul Gulacy right here. These were in black and white as well. Got this great shot of Nexus right there in the corner, starting off with the ship. I mean, right out of the gate, the ship design is right there. He hasn't really changed the design of the ship in the 40 years he's been doing it. I'm sure it's refined. I'm just trying to find a cool shot of Nexus in here. I mean, for a guy who's like working on his second book, because this was Steve's basically second book. I mean, the guy was just hitting on all cylinders, if you ask me. Love that panel right there. Nexus was, or I should say, First Man was inspired some by Nexus in regards to the black on the costume. Steve was doing highlights, but now he does it basically as a graphic flat black, and that's what I do on my guy First Man. God, I still love that drawing. I like this. I like how Steve has pared his stuff down to just the essentials in black and white. But I do love some of this limited rendering he was doing. Here's a cool shot right there. So if you can find these black and whites and you like Nexus, I would definitely get these for sure. And then in issue 3 of the magazine, they did something really different, which I'll show you. I don't have this one in a backboard. What in the heck? That's crazy talk. They even, oh wait, hold on. Come on. So the front is by Steve Rude. This time did the cover for issue 3, but on the back, you got a pinup by Frank Bruner, the Frank Bruner of Warp Comics, or Warp from, was it First? I think it was First. And Frank's had a long career. The gay boot, Past Master Dan says the gay boots are the only problem. I don't mind the thigh-high boots. This is just the 3rd book. And in 3 issues, you can see Steve Rude's art has grown so much just in the 3 issues. He's got some gray tones in this one. So he's doing some gray tones that the first one didn't have. I want to say it's on, I believe this is on Duo-Shade paper. Duo-Shade paper is the paper where you lay down one chemical and a gray comes out. You lay down a second chemical and it gets darker gray. So it looks like that's what he was using this stuff for. This came with, oh, it's actually not. This actually came with, I should actually see if this plays on Dennis's record player, a Nexus 45 size flexi disc. Look at this. Flexible. So if you got it, you didn't have to worry about the record snapping or anything. And it's a flexi disc. I've never played this. I should see if it plays. AJ knows what's up. Help Andy afford a hat that doesn't say Milady. Back First Man Volume 2. Please go back First Man Volume 2 if you haven't yet. If you like this stuff, you'll love First Man for sure. 64-page square-bound graphic novel delivered right to your door. Reserve your copy today. Trilby Hate Marketing. What? Are you a Duochet guy or Zipatone guy? I've used both. I used Zipatone early on in my career when I was inking my own stuff. I used Zipatone, but I also used Duochet, not for anything that was published, but I used it in the Kubert school. They had us try everything. So anyhow, there's this cool floppy disk record. Let's see what we can find here. I know I always just look for the cool Nexus stuff in here to show you guys. So far, oh, here we go. Oops, come on. Here we go. Nice little, I don't know what this is. Something fell. Maybe this was part of the record that you pulled. I don't know. Just fell out of the magazine. There we go. Some Nexus stuff right there. Zooming away. I just love the way Steve draws. He brings this classical sense of drawing to his work. You can definitely tell he was influenced by Andrew Loomis and people like that when it comes to his figure construction and such. So that's a little introduction. 3 great magazine size. I also have, of course, the single issues when it went over to First Comics and was comic book size. I've got graphic novels. I got the omnibus I showed you. I've got that huge Coming of Gormando, which is his new one, artist edition. But what we want to look at today is the DVD Nexus animated promo. I got this in 2004 from Steve in San Diego. It's only 2 minutes long, but I tell you, these 2 minutes of Nexus will make you, it'll make your mouth water for 30 good minutes of a Nexus cartoon. And if you want to know how to draw the animated Nexus, get yourself a copy of How to Draw the Animated Nexus, Tips and Techniques. This is spiral bound, so you can open it up and flip it back around like that to look at pages. It's full of model sheets of all the different characters. It really is a great book on how to draw Nexus. Past Master Dan says, isn't that the same hat that Frank Miller wears? I've been wearing this hat. I bought this hat about 12 years ago. So I've been rocking this hat for a while. I just dug it out of my closet. I know that Mike and Steve have agreed they can each publish their own Nexus stories. Is Steve doing anything new? Yeah, he just did. Well, he just did the Coming of Gormando. I think I'm saying that right. He's doing Nexus Thune World, which I have a sketchbook of back there that came with one of the perks for something of his I backed. Just love this stuff. Just look at this. Very Alex Toth inspired design sheets. Steve is very influenced by Alex Toth. So yeah, Steve's working on a new Nexus story as well. Even how to draw, like how to break down and draw the heads of the different characters, because not all the characters are human. So that's cool. So you can see the basic construction and stuff. He even does that with the figures. You know, there's Judah. There's Judah, and you can see his proportion and how to construct his figure and such. And of course, we'll get to Nexus. Great Nexus turnarounds. If you want to draw Nexus from different angles and such, you can see how he's drawn, how his hairstyle goes, different expressions. Just beautiful stuff here. Of course, different shots of Nexus in action. If you're a Steve Rude fan, this is a book that you would want to get. And here we go, the main man himself, Nexus, how the body's constructed. You can see how Steve's really broken it down to its basic shapes and such. So great book to have. Past Master Dan says, serious Johnny Quest vibe. I know Steve loves Johnny Quest as well. All that Hanna-Barbera stuff that Alex Toth touched, he loves. So anyhow, so I picked this up in 2004, the Nexus animated promo. It's a DVD. Great production on the case, you know, description stuff on the back. And inside, when you open it up, it comes with the Nexus, the animated series Bible. It's not that thick. It's only 12 pages, but like any good show Bible, It's quick and to the point. You've got your breakdown. This is basically a promo that Steve did to give out to, I guess, animation studios to try and sell them on the idea. You know, who is Nexus? The world of Yllum, however you say it. Of course, the characters, each page, just a quick breakdown about each of the characters in it. Nexus, Sundra, Dave, Judah, Maccabee, the Hammer, Greg, the Hammer Valentine. What are we looking at here? The Three Stooges, as he calls them. The Merc, where Nexus draws his power from. AJ says, I love Nexus, but I'd like to see Steve do more stuff with the Moth. I think he's going to. I think I read that he's going to, but don't quote me on that. And then, of course, you've got the bad guys and then the creative team. Look at Mike Barron. Mike Barron, like me, had a big head of hair at one time, but Mike still has hair, and I just don't. And then there's the dude. So that cool Bible came right inside here, pinned right in. But let's get to what we want to see. This is only 2 minutes long, but I tell you, you would love this. You don't need to see my face while we watch this. Actually, I better keep it there. Who knows? Copyright stuff. I don't know. So let's play this real quick. Actually, you know what? I will full screen it for you guys. We can just do now. Let's do a full screen layout. All right. I've got it all queued up. So here we go. 2 minutes of great Nexus. If this doesn't take you back to a kid watching Space Ghost, Herculoid, stuff like that, I don't know what will. Here we go. I don't think I'll get struck for this. There's no dialogue in it. So we'll see. It's just a copyright notification. It's not actually a strike. So Steve's got the great sound effects going on. I guess I can talk over it because there's no dialogue. I mean, this is so Space Ghost looking. I think a cartoon like this would rock. I'm honestly amazed nobody wanted to pick this up and make it. I wonder how much it would cost if Steve tried to crowdfund for a whole 30-minute cartoon, because that would be cool. I mean, he's got the movements of Disney in here. It's got the Space Ghost vibes. Shooting stars. Look at that. How cool was that? This is awesome. It is dope. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The making of the comic is 6 minutes long. Let me know. Do you guys want to watch this? This is them talking about the making of the comic. It's only 6 minutes. I don't mind playing it. I just don't want to bore my adoring audience. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Until then, AJ asked, what's he doing next? This is the ash can. Now, an ash can to me is small. This is 8.5 by 11, but this came with the Nexus animated book, Tips and Techniques book that I got. This was a perk or maybe an add-on. I can't remember. But this is Nexus Thune World. So Past Master Dan says it's 8 a.m., so bore away. So this has script stuff in it here, and then, it's kind of behind the scenes, and then it's, page of breakdowns, page of finished inks. So it's kind of a teaser for Thune World. There's no Moth stuff in here. It's all just Thune World stuff, but it's really cool. So it's showing things to come. Ooh, you can hear the background because the DVD kind of goes through a little auto thing. I love this. Let's see. Oops. Oh, man, what's going on? Give me a second here. Okay, pause that. No, this is new material. This is new stuff he's working on. So look at that. I love seeing his thumbnail and then the finished page. And you can just see the difference in how Nexus looks now compared to 40 years ago. Just his drawing's obviously so much better, but it's just so much more pared down. Just gorgeous stuff. So I believe his website is steverude.com. Steve the Dude, something. I don't know. You have to go, just do a quick search. You'll find it. So that's that. Let me share the screen again. And we'll play this, making of. I haven't watched this since I probably bought this in 15 years, 16 years, whatever. So let's enjoy the making of Nexus. Danny D says, agree with Past Master Dan. It's 8 a.m. Let's just see it. And now there is obviously voiceover in this after this little compilation. Loved it when the Badger was in Nexus. That's Bill Willingham.
Back in 1980, Mike Barron and I got together one night to discuss an idea that Barron had. The idea that was to become Nexus.
That's Steve's glamour shot.
Barron tells the story.
Just kidding.
As I recall, it was a dark and stormy night when we met to discuss Nexus. No, that's not true at all. I did have a few ideas, though. I know I wanted the guy to be a killer because killers are always dramatic. So I decided to make him an executioner. Every time he appeared on the scene, someone would die.
Oh.
We were insured of a big, dramatic payoff. And I had a few ideas on the costume. The thing about the lightning bolt. Dude and I got together and worked on the costume.
Look at that.
Space Ghost sensibilities, and I brought my new wave lightning bolt sensibilities, and I thought we worked out a pretty spiffy costume.
Love this painting.
And that's how it happened, folks. 15 years and 3 publishers later, we're still going strong and having the time of our lives.
Yeah, they are.
Comic book is not as easy as it looks. You must possess all the skills of basic drawing and be called upon to draw anything real or imagined. It's funny because of all the bizarre things I've had to make up for my imagination, I still find that the hardest thing to draw is an ordinary person sitting in an easy chair.
Yep.
You'll see in my sketchbook dozens of drawings of myself or my wife Janelle as the different characters in my comic, all drawn from life or with the aid of a mirror. I don't know what I'd do without it.
Jose Luis Garcia Lopez says it.
I had the benefit of a really good teacher named Owen Campen. Mr. Campen taught me certain procedures that are so foolproof that I use them to this day. Allow me to share some of these methods. The first is the thumbnail sketch. All my posts, pages, and cover paintings are first worked out in miniature. You can see where the thumbnail sketch gets its name.
There you go. That's how big my thumbnails are.
Once the script for Mike Barron arrives, I can get to work and design a scene like this one based on Barron's description of the scene. After getting the script, I'll do little character sketches of any new characters that appear in the issue. It's just like casting real-life actors when except these characters usually come from your imagination.
That's right.
Usually I can invent some new costume on the first or second try. New characters and their costumes can go on a bit longer.
Plexus, I remember him.
Characters like Nexus or his girlfriend Sandra Peel, I did an extensive set of model sheets for my Nexus cartoon show, which I hope to one day get on TV. In television animation, dozens of artists are called upon to draw the same characters, and these drawings must be exact in every respect.
Yep.
I took 6 months off one year to draw and properly study for doing these sheets until I knew they were done right. From here, I go directly to the actual page, referring to my thumbnails for figure gestures and placement of black areas. I thought it might be fun for you to see how I draw the figure. I start with the large, basic shapes, making sure they're all in place before I move on to smaller details. This is something that art school taught me. I remember when I was a kid, I always used the exact opposite approach. Starting with an eye or something and working my way out. Notice the overall pose of the figure.
Look at that. Love that construction.
Moving on to other things is paramount. If ever I've drawn a pose that doesn't look quite right or natural, chances are I need to go back to this page and start over. Once the issue is drawn, it's sent off to the editor, who then sends it to the letterer, the inker, and the colorist, where it's finally sent back to me for touch-ups and final approval.
That's right. Final approval.
They're not done in the traditional colored line art method, like most comic covers. They're painted with various mediums on canvas or illustrated board. Here I am working oil on canvas. You can see these paintings are fairly large. As with the interior pages, I always start off with thumbnail sketch of my covers too. Once the cover scheme is worked out, I'll start painting, using various reference materials to get the desired effect of realism.
Oh, look at that.
Covers usually take me 5 to 7 days to complete. There you have it, folks. It's always a challenge to keep improving, but we love it. Baron and I feel we are on the roll of our lives, with our creative energies at full throttle. You know, it's really the enthusiasm and devotion of our readers that helps keep our creative energies flowing.
Look at that butt.
And we'll see you in
Steve
the
knows
future
how to draw
issues
butts.
of Nexus on CD.
How cool is that? That I just love. I was typing some comments in. Admiral Wackass says, "Any way to make the Black Art Book an add-on?" Let me go. Let me look at something here real quick. The reason I don't think I did that is because I have limited copies of the Black Book. I don't have obviously unlimited copies of it. I just have limited copies of it, and I didn't want to sell out. Or I didn't want to oversell and then be like, oh crap, I don't have those. But let me just see something here on the campaign page. Because if it's, I mean, you can pretty much make anything an add-on. But oh, still waiting to back, was hoping to add on to the fabulous tier. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see something here. And I appreciate you asking and supporting. So yeah, I have 40. Yeah, so that's just it. I'm looking at that tier, and there's 40 of them. I can do that. I guess I can do that, and I just need to make sure. I have to just keep track myself to make sure I don't sell more than I have. So that's just on me, but I think I can probably do that. So let me check that out, and I'll see. I really appreciate it. I hope you do back it when you can. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think I can probably do that. So I'll try and do that, Admiral Wackass, and I appreciate your interest. I appreciate all you guys. Let me do this while I'm thinking of it, too. Let's keep talking Nexus. Actually, you know what? Let me, let's do this real quick. Let's see if... Well, obviously there's mine. Yeah, so I mean, you know, here we go. Let's here's the Nexus cartoon right here. So I mean, it's even on YouTube, so you can watch it. Yeah, so here it is. So if you're like, man, I want to watch that Nexus cartoon, you can go check it out right here. Just love this animation. When's the white book coming out? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Oh, there's a spider crawling on my wall. That's good to see. Nothing like looking up and seeing a big spider on the wall. Awesome, man. Thanks. And if not, I get it. No, I think I can do that for you. There's only 10 out of 40 claimed, so I'll just have to keep my eye on it, basically. So yeah, so we're watching this again. It's only 2 minutes. What the hell? Give it a watch. See how it looks on YouTube. Amish spider. No. It was a daddy long leg, so I'm not too scared about it. AJ says Baron and Steve need to do a hardcover omnibus version. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you. I'm going to tan this because who knows, since this is off YouTube, I don't want to get a copyright thing on it. You know, if you really want a big Steve Rude Nexus book, you got to get this. I got to stand up for this. Look at this. This is the coming of Gormandu. This thing is huge. That's how far into it I am. This showcases all the newspaper strips in their full-size glory, as you can see right here. But then he's got all the pencils to the stuff. I know that's probably a little hard to see, but there you go. Maybe if the bite, oh, I could become Spider-Man. Damn it, I never thought of that. Or I could be like the guy in the commercial where I just swell up and I'm like, did it work? And then after the pencils, he's got all the inks to it as well. Look at that. I went right to a cool Nexus page. So he's got all the inks to it as well. And then I know AJ asked about the Moth. And this even has some Moth stuff in it as well. So here's some Moth stuff as well. So there you go. You know, and then of course there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, sketches and whatnot. So no, I'm not saying there's an uncool Nexus page. I would never say that. Good Lord, man. And then of course there's that. But then what came? Oh man, now I'm trying to remember where I put it. Oh, I put it on my bookshelf, I think. So I was trying to read that, and it's so big. I mean, you saw how big that book is. It is unwieldy big. Well, they did bear with me as I jump over here and try and find it. He put out a, damn it. Oh man, I can't believe I don't know where it is on my shelfie shelf. Darn. Where did I put that book? I've got so much stuff. He did put out a Nexus coming of Gormandu, just regular trade paperback of that book. but the trade paperback doesn't have the pencils. It doesn't have the inks. It's just the actual, trade paperback of the Coming of Gormando story. So, I actually got that for Christmas so I could actually read it more comfortably than that huge thing. Christine probably would know. I'll have to ask her when she gets here. Oh, thank goodness he's wearing pants. Just today, once this show's over, the pants come off. I like to work in comfort. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for joining me on this little excursion down Nexus Lane. I really appreciate you guys joining me. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And remember, if you haven't backed First Man yet, get on it. There's no time like the present to get First Man. And I'm going to do the Black Book as an add-on perk. So you can do that. Get yourself a sweet t-shirt while you're at it. And show your love for First Man. It's my ode to wonderful Silver Age comics. Great story, great artwork. Will not let you down. It is fantastic. You guys saw the video at the beginning, and we'll end with it too. So guys, until next time, I'll catch you guys later on the flip side. Everybody have a great Friday and a great weekend if I don't see you before. Bye, everybody.
Luke Henry kick him off to the depths of space. It's back on Earth, and now he's looking to sink the world from the world foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these four people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man 2, Learning Curve.
Get your sexy on.